Hey guys, so today we'll be discussing two similar sounding but vastly different personality types, INTJ and INFJ. As you may already know, these two personality types are often misunderstood and sometimes even mistaken for one another. But we'll tackle the differences between the two and show you how you can figure out which one you are. Now, before we dive in, here's a little heads up. There's going to be a bonus on INTJ and INFJ compatibility towards the end of the video. So stick around if you don't want to miss out. Welcome to Wellness Lenses, where we talk about mental health and the journey to self-development. We post videos every Monday and Thursday, with occasional bonus videos on Sundays. Without further ado, let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Both INTJ and INFJ are part of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, which categorizes people based on four main aspects: extroversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving. INTJ stands for introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging, while INFJ stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. So, what are the differences between INTJ and INFJ? To start with, both types belong to the category of introverted personalities, meaning that they prefer to spend time alone rather than with large groups of people. However, the key difference between the two is that INTJs are more focused on logic and reason, whereas INFJs are more focused on emotions and empathy. Let's break this down a bit further. INTJs are known for their analytical and strategic thinking. They love to examine complex information and use logical reasoning to solve problems. They are often seen as rational and objective in their decision-making, as they prioritize facts and evidence over emotions. On the other hand, INFJs are known for their emotional intelligence and empathy. They are deeply in tune with their own emotions and the emotions of those around them. They are skilled at reading between the lines and understand the underlying feelings of others. INFJs tend to be more subjective in their decision-making, as they consider the impact of people's emotions and well-being. Note that both INTJs and INFJs have their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to decision-making. INTJs may struggle with considering the emotional impact of their decisions, while INFJs may struggle with making tough decisions that may hurt others' feelings. Another difference is in how they socialize. INTJs may find socializing draining and prefer to limit their interactions to a few close friends. They may come across as aloof or uninterested in social situations, but in reality, they're just more selective about who they spend time with. INTJs tend to be more analytical and objective when it comes to socializing. They approach it almost like a puzzle or a problem to be solved. They may not be as naturally adept at picking up on social cues or emotions as some other personality types, but they make up for it with their ability to analyze situations and come up with logical solutions. For example, if an INTJ is trying to make friends or network with people, they might do a lot of research beforehand. They might look up the person's background, interests, and work history to try to find common ground. They might also come up with a plan for how to approach the person and what topics to bring up in conversation. INFJs, on the other hand, thrive on socializing and building connections with people. They thrive at creating a sense of community and also tend to be great listeners, skilled at making others feel heard and understood. However, INFJs can also struggle with socializing because they're highly sensitive to other people's energy. They easily become overwhelmed by too much social stimulation and may need time alone to recharge. This can sometimes lead to them withdrawing from social situations, even if they enjoy the company. Hey guys, before we move on, if you're looking to improve your mental health and build a better relationship with yourself, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. I share videos about different mental health topics, including strategies for developing resilience, mindfulness, and self-care. So if you're wondering which type you are, there are a few key indicators to look out for. For example, If you find that you're constantly analyzing and strategizing to achieve your goals, and you're not easily swayed by emotions or others' opinions, then you're likely an INTJ. On the other hand, if you're always tuned in to the emotions of those around you, and if you have a natural inclination towards helping others, then you're likely an INFJ. Another way to figure this out is to look at how you process information. Are you someone who relies heavily on facts and data, or do you tend to trust your gut feelings and intuition? Also, how do you interact with others? Do you prefer to be alone or in small groups? Or do you thrive in social situations? Now let's talk about intuition. Who has better intuition, INTJs or INFJs? Well, the truth is, it's not that simple. While both types have strong intuition, they use it in different ways. INTJs use their intuition to make connections between seemingly disparate ideas and come up with innovative solutions to complex problems. They are also highly analytical and rely on their intuition to help them make informed decisions based on their observations and data. On the other hand, INFJs use their intuition to read between the lines and understand the underlying motivations of the people around them. They are also highly imaginative, so they use their intuition to come up with creative ideas and solutions. While both types have strong intuition, they use it in different ways based on their unique strengths and preferences. It's not a matter of one type being better than the other, but simply a matter of different approaches to processing information. In fact, one can argue that the best approach is to have a balance of both INTJ and INFJ qualities. By combining logical thinking with empathy and creativity, you can achieve a well-rounded approach to problem solving and decision making. Lastly, can you be both INTJ and INFJ? While it's technically not possible to have both personalities at the same time, some people may find that they relate to aspects of both. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator is designed so that each person fits into one of the 16 personality types. However, it is not uncommon for people to feel like they identify with traits from both the INTJ and INFJ personality types. For example, you might feel like you are very analytical and strategic like an INTJ, but you also feel very in tune with your emotions and value harmony like an INFJ. In this case, it's important to remember that the MBTI is just a tool to help you understand your personality, not a set-in-stone definition of who you are as a person. In fact, many people find that they identify with traits from multiple personality types. This is often referred to as being an ambivert or a multipotentialite. It just means that you have a unique combination of personality traits that make you who you are. Remember that everyone is unique, and these personality types only provide a general framework for understanding individual preferences. Just because someone identifies as an INTJ or INFJ doesn't mean they fit neatly into these categories. There's always room for variation and complexity. So, those are the key differences between INTJ and INFJ. Of course, everyone is unique, and not all INTJs or INFJs will exhibit all of these traits. But generally speaking, these are the characteristics that are associated with each personality type. And now, for the bonus I promised earlier. Let's quickly talk about INTJ versus INFJ compatibility. Can INTJs and INFJs get along well? Absolutely. In fact, they can complement each other quite well. INTJs can provide the logic and structure that INFJs may need, while INFJs can provide the emotional support and understanding that INTJs may lack. When it comes to relationships, both types tend to be selective in choosing their partners, but for different reasons. INTJs prioritize finding someone who can match their intellect and share their interests, while INFJs look for someone who shares their values and can connect with them on a deeper level. As long as both partners are willing to communicate and understand each other's needs, an INTJ-INFJ relationship can be a strong and fulfilling one. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you found it informative and enjoyable. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll do my best to respond. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.